Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. The action has already started. That looks a cracking ball. Now it's Darwin. He's going to be disappointed with it. Shapes to shoot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
The most accurate pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now that's well seen too. Oh, good spread. Oh, super find. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Gremio clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Maradona. That is a great pick out. Mbappe. Delivery from Mbappe. He rises! Well, there's the clearance. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, great chance!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Gremio with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Flamengo are looking to go forward now. And it's Neymar. Mbappe, crossed in. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. Neymar. So it is still 0-0. And that could set him on his way. The referee has given a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. He's through here. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Gravenberg, he won't be happy with that one. Mbappe. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Haaland. Nice interception, well timed. Yamal. Gremio finding their passes. Gravenberg. And it's Neymar. Neymar cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying.
He's had a hit! Goal! Flamengo! And Flamengo take the lead.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Flamengo have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Pass is just off target, and it's made sure that's not getting through. Beckenbauer, Alexander-Arnold, and he's picked out the run. Hits one! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
Alexander-Arnold makes the interception. Good spot, he's seen the run. That is a brilliant interception. That's going to go a long way. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent.
Gremio truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Cross into the box.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. Climbs up big! Gravenberg. Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And they win it back again. Mbappe! Kimmich. And they can counter here.
Minuto de acréscimo.
Beckenbauer in with the challenge. And the first half is done. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Gremio really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Maradona. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! That carried quite a threat. And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. He is through here. Just eases him off the ball. Gremio have a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Probably be looking to play it square from here. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. And here's Neymar. Oh, great play! Mohamed Salah. Haaland proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And here's Nunez. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nunez! Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Beckenbauer. Gravenberg. And that has put paid to that. That pass isn't the best. Can he get it through? And the shot! It's a goal! Gremio are back in business.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And here's Nunez. He's got through. Goal! Gremio! And the comeback complete!
Gremio clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Gremio get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. Changes him with that pass. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Neymar. It's a lovely, neat pass. There's the shot! It's in! And with that goal comes comfort.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 8.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Camisa 9.
Gremio go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Zico was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Gremio can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Van Dijk gets it away. And that has been clubbed away. That has ended up in no man's land. Yamal was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
No way through. Mbappe. Pass somewhat off target. Mbappe. Zico. Driving on and making... It's Zico! Oh, should have put that away.
And he could have eased the pressure on his team by taking them within one of an equaliser.
Corner number 2 then.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Petit. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, can he finish? Gravenberg gets it away. And he can clear it away. Maradona in acres of space out wide. Saka! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's just front foot enforcement. Pressure leads to mistake, leads to chance.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And that will be it. Gremio have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Sao Paulo, of course, one of the centres of football in Brazil, and the Estadio Morumbis, a mighty venue befitting that status. And as you can see, we've already started here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, good-looking ball. Heading backwards.
And that's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Kimmich's cross. It's a mighty effort! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, easy pickings there. Gravenberg. Steaming on goalwards. Wilshere. Madrid are looking to break at pace. Yamal, Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. And he thumps it clear. Yamal, and it's Neymar. Passing nice and neat. Pedri. Madrid have got it back and they'll have another go. Great, can he finish? He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
Things starting to... Oh, he's great hit! And he can clear it away. And another try!
Oh, it's die-hard defence, and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Ah, that's a fine interception. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Mbappe! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Gremio are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now it's Darwin. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Nunez. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Couldn't squeeze it through. Yamal does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. And Gravenberg. And he's intervened well there. Koundé. Kimmich. Vinicius Junior. Alexander-Arnold. Pedri. That's a nicely measured pass. Plenty. Great chance! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Safe to say, he's capable of better than that. Alexander-Arnold. Gravenberg. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Little pass back.
He's got no...
Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Scholes. Chooses to go back. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Beckenbauer has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Messi. Madrid finding their passes. He's tried one! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Can he get it through? Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And they're not going to make any further progress now. He's found a way through. And he knocks it clear. Messi. Yamal. Pedri. Neatly clipped into space. Mbappe gets flagged offside. Defending was strong and firm. Scholes. Kimmich. It's gone out for a throw-in. Kimmich. Scholes. In comes... Climbs up big! Cleared away. And the half-time whistle goes. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, chins have dropped, heads are down, and half-time couldn't have come at a better time.
And we're off again.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Yamal. Now it's Messi. Gremio needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Koundé spots it and intercepts. Great ball if he can get there. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Mbappe. Messi. He's away! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Messi.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Now it's Darwin. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Kimmich, who does have an assist to his name. Darwin. Kimmich. Oh, looks a smashing ball. And it's the goalkeeper's to claim.
Público presente na partida de hoje.
Roberto Carlos.
71.550
Pedri.
espectadores.
Roberto Carlos. Threads one in. Pedri. He's been picked out, and he's... Now the finish! It's in!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Gremio get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Roberto Carlos looking to hit the byline here. Roberto Carlos made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Wilshere does really well to win the ball there. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Camisa 22. Camisa 8.
And he's picked out the run. David Villa. Maradona. It's Maradona! Just off target.
Maradona probably tried a bit too hard then. He should have relied on technique as opposed to power.
Roberto Carlos makes the interception. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Vinicius Junior. That has ended up in no man's land. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Played out wide. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. De Bruyne. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Guardiola. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, that's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's picked his way through. And the finish! That's another chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Oh, this team is relentless. They have a way of playing, and there's no compromise.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well read, and the danger is averted.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. He can get that clear. Yamal. Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Drogba is flagged offside.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Works it forward. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And time is up. Grêmio were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end... Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. That looks a cracking ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Gremio clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Oh, poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Now it's Darwin. Oh, this looks sharp. Aldair gets over and intercepts. Zico. Neymar. Great chance! What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking...
And the shot! That was a matter of inches.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
Mateus. And here's Hullet. And Hullet! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that on.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Nunez. Pass somewhat off target. Nunez shapes to shoot. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Was he just trying to be a little too clever then? I mean, it's hard to say, but one thing's for sure, he needed to stick it away, and he knows it. Gremio really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Mateus simply refused to be outdone there. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That was good pressing. Forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. And smartly reclaimed. Gravenberg. Hullet. Gravenberg. Can he spark a counter here? Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And here's Nunez. Oh, he's found him in space. Oh, well played, well played. Neymar. Strong running down that left flank. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Neymar, and here's Yamal. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Rummenigge, he can run onto that. Rummenigge, oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Beckenbauer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Neymar does well to get it back. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Rummenigge. That's a lovely, neat pass. Yamal. Neymar. Nunez. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And it's played forward. Rummenigge is onto it in a flash.
Palmeiras have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
That's an excellent interception.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Neymar. Kimmich. Oh, well played. Messi. Rummenigge. Rummenigge. Now it's Neymar. Palmeiras have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So, power or guile? What's it going to be? An opportunity then to pull clear here. He's missed, but not by that far.
Zico did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Interesting ball. Oh, delightful ball. Ter Stegen catches it safely. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's half-time here. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So off we go once more.
Gremio really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Pull it. And the shot! He scores! 2 to the good. They have breathing space. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And now he has 2. So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, great real chance! It's there! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Gremio get themselves back into contention.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Zico! That is delicious! He's got himself an absolute peach. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
And he's got the shot away!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Alexander-Arnold is wide and looking to get onto this. Zico. Neymar. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that is as far as they're going to go. Nunez. Header! In he goes again! Really well taken goal. Back within one. They have them in their sights again. Vinicius Junior duly reaps his reward. Kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just in...
Can he finish? No mistake! That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
So the lead now is 2.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
Tries scooping one, and it's there! And they are pulling clear here.
Yeah, the keeper was thinking about his angles, and Loft just took him out of the equation. Elementary.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down for... Oh no, what has happened here? And here's Nunez. Alexander-Arnold. He's looking wide. That's really well manoeuvred. Alexander-Arnold got a long way forward to join the attack. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Thiago Silva. He's a player who doesn't seem to have any weaknesses at all, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's technically gifted, and very comfortable in possession. What I particularly find impressive about him, though, is his consistency and his reliability. He just never seems to make a
great hit! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Santos are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Thiago Silva looking for the runner. And through to the goalkeeper. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Interesting ball. He's shifting through the gears here. He'll try from distance. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Gremio were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Neymar. And Gravenberg. Neymar. Gravenberg. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Neymar. And it's lofted through here. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. And here's the chance to counter. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And it's Nakata. Vinicius Junior. Nunez. Oh, well played, well played. Aim forwards. Now it's Ribery. He's got away. And he's gone backward here. Has a goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Santos upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Neymar, who's set up one goal so far. Yamal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Gravenberg. Oh, that's a fine interception. And that was very necessary. Alexander-Arnold. Spread neatly. Gravenberg. He's in space and looking for options. Now the finish! Rodri gets it away.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Diaby closing in on goal. Bellingham! Oh, screamer! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Santos are all square.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Santos grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked and I still haven't moved.
It's Nakata! Goal!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Santos go into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Vinicius Junior, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Camavinga. And the first 45 minutes are up. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2-1 the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Gremio can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
He is through here. Koundé is there and he can get that clear. Corner number 2 then. Brilliantly cut out. Gremio have the chance to go the other way. Great ball if he can get there. And the Vinicius Junior! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Diaby. Bellingham. And here's Nakata. Well read. And the danger is averted. Alexander-Arnold. Lobbed in behind.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Gremio really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Bellingham. Now that's well seen too.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Can he put it away? They've scored! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Nunez, and here's Vinicius Junior. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Great ball, and he's in here. Big chance! Goal! Santos! And they're back in front.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Santos take the lead.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 3, camisa 8, camisa 9,
Nice interception.
camisa
His positioning was spot on.
camisa 7.
Bremio showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is has a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Camisa 19.
Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. And that is expertly dealt with. Gravenberg with the clearance. Cafu. 75 minutes played. And here's Havertz.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Gravenberg. And here's Maradona. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And that has been clubbed away. And they're back on the ball again. Time is running out here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Quality ball. Foot in. And he's picked out the run. Barrios. It's a really well-measured ball. Just 5 minutes left. Backward it goes. That's been cut out, well played. He's played him through. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's on, and the shot!
Gremio have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Caught offside that time.
Foram indicados 4
We
minutos
are
de
into
acréscimo.
overtime. And it's Van Dijk. Oh, good ball! And the ball's come loose here. And another try! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Lovely bit of skill. And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Well, what a game. Unpredictable.